Thank you again for joining me for another positive book review. Our latest entry is Don't Sweat the Small Stuff for Teens by Richard Carlson. And even though this book is primarily aimed towards the teenagers, it's got something in this book for every age group, and you're never too old to stop learning. And now I'd like to go over the quotes, which is my favorite part of the review. Richard Carlson came up with the 90-10 trap, and the 90-10 trap stems from an observation that I've made that most of us tend to focus our attention, thinking, and conversations on the worst 10% of our lives. The 90 stands for the 90% of what happens during the day, which is usually pretty good. And the 10 stands for the remaining 10%, which is usually pretty problematic and filled with hassle. It would be like looking at a beautiful painting, and instead of appreciating its beauty, you're only focusing on the fact that you don't like the artist's signature. That's what it's like. And another good quote is, some people keep their pain to themselves because they feel that they are being a burden to friends and family members. That's usually not the case. Think of how readily available you would be if a good friend, a parent, or a sibling came to you in pain. I bet you'd drop everything to lend a loving ear. And a good quote here on mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Big ones, small ones. If you can see your mistakes as a means to help you become a better person and to make better decisions, then you'll be able to be easier on yourself and get through difficult times much easier. Now it's time for my favorite quote/story from this book. An elderly carpenter was ready to retire. He told his employer contractor of his plans to leave the house building business and live a more leisurely lifestyle with his wife and extended family. The contractor was sorry to see his good worker go and asked for one more job. The carpenter agreed, but in time it was easy to see that his heart was not in his work. He resorted to shoddy workmanship and used inferior materials. It was an unfortunate way to end a dedicated career. When the carpenter finished his work, the employer came to inspect the house. He handed the front door key to the carpenter and he said, "This is your house, my gift to you." And the carpenter was shocked. What a shame. If he had only known he was building his own house, he would have done it differently. The moral of the story is you are the carpenter. Each day you are building your own house. When you reflect on it later in life, be proud of what you built. Next, the positives. This is a great book to skim through on the contents page. There are 100 chapters, so there's bound to be a topic that's going to catch your eye. There are lots of examples and stories for self-growth. Young adults should seek this book out. Next, the negatives. There are 100 chapters in this book, but there's only 242 pages. I typically like my books to be around 20 chapters, so that way the author can fill the pages with plenty of examples and stories supporting his main topic or idea for the chapter. One chapter is even titled Get High, and even though the following pages don't talk about drugs, it felt like the author was trying to be a little bit too cute with the name. He should have chose a different name because the chapter is actually about meditating. Now I'd like to say thank you for watching and supporting this channel. If you are in middle school or high school, you should definitely check this out. This book will help you. Don't be too hard on yourself. You're going to make mistakes. So stay focused and stay positive. Take care.